Prime Minister Starmer claimed repeatedly that his government believes in free speech and was not engaged in censorship. But his country's government arrests people for memes and thought crimes, and even more worrisome is pressuring American companies to censor Americans on its.
It was meant to be just another interview, an opportunity for Keir Starmer to showcase leadership, steer the narrative, and win public support. But instead, it spiraled into an absolute disaster.
My personal mission to smash the people smuggling gangs. The only way to stop that is to smash the gangs. We have to smash those gangs.
From the moment he walked in, the tension was palpable. The crowd wasn't there to cheer, they wanted answers and honesty. But Starmer stuck to the same polished lines and vague promises, and that's when it all started to fall apart. Instead of rising to the challenge, Starmer stumbled. He hesitated, giving answers that didn't align with his past statements. The audience wasn't buying it. Murmurs turned to scoffs, and curiosity turned into frustration. Suddenly, the mood shifted. People weren't just questioning him, they were turning against him. Starmer had entered with his usual confidence, suit crisp, shoulders back, voice steady. He greeted the crowd and began a speech full of optimism, promises, and rehearsed lines about moving the country forward. But something felt off.
There have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British, of course what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
The energy in the room wasn't warm, not even neutral. There was a quiet tension, a sense of doubt before he even spoke. As Starmer began, the audience didn't nod along. Instead, arms crossed, eyebrows raised, and skeptical glances were exchanged. The polite applause faded into silence. Then came the murmurs, soft at first, then growing. Some whispered, others shook their heads. They weren't just listening, they were analyzing, doubting, waiting for something real. And Starmer could feel it.
First priority of this government is the security and safety of the British people. It is the first priority. In this sector, when it comes to defence and security, there's a real bursting pride that goes with it. And so we're investing in our security, but we're also investing in peace. We're investing in British pride. And I promise you this, we will step up together to lead the world on the challenges in this era. This government will put Britain first every step of the way.
Starmer gripped the podium tighter, his eyes flicking downward, searching for the right words. Even his sip of water felt like a desperate stall. Then it happened, the moment everything fell apart. Mr. Starmer, you've changed your stance on key policies multiple times. How can the public trust you when your views shift depending on your audience? 4 years ago, you spoke about reducing immigration. Now you support free movement. Have you really learned anything? Starmer stumbled. My approach has been to listen and understand. But his usual smooth delivery was gone. His explanation felt hollow. Scoffs echoed through the room. Someone called out, "Answer the question." Starmer's smile vanished, replaced by visible discomfort. He tried to pivot, but the crowd wasn't buying it. Murmurs turned to groans. Laughter erupted. "What progress?" someone jeered. Sweat gathered on his forehead as he glanced at the interviewer. No lifeline came. Then, the final blow fell when a voice rose from the crowd. "This is embarrassing." The fallout was immediate. Headlines exploded. Starmer crumbles under pressure. UK PM humiliated. Social media flooded with his worst moments. One clip set to circus music racking up millions of views. And the worst part? This wasn't going away. Every press conference, every debate, this night would haunt him. Was this the beginning of the end?